Good morning, everybody. Christian Karasiewicz here. Today, I wanted to talk about 5 battery-saving techniques for your smartphone. I'm getting ready to head out to another conference, and just wanted to share these with you because they're really important. Because when you're at a conference and whatnot, you're not just there to learn, but you're also there to communicate with people. So you might want to be taking notes on your phone. You might want to be checking up on some emails you might be missing, sending tweets and whatnot back to people, etc. Because again, you want to stay connected with people. But when you don't have a battery, that doesn't help. So here are 5 ways you can maximize your battery on your smartphone. Number 1, Bluetooth headset. If you got one of these, they're great for hands-free when you're in the car. However, they drain your battery on your phone. And basically, if you're on, like, for instance, an iPhone here, I'm going to show you how to do this. Just because I have this thing closed does not mean it's off. It means it's off because it's not connected with my phone. However, my phone still has the Bluetooth signal on. So what you're going to want to do if you're, for instance, on an iPhone, is you're going to want to go into the settings menu and you're going to want to go down to General. Let's get there. General. There we go, right there. That's the General menu. And as you can see there's a Bluetooth option. And mine still says on, and you're going to want to turn it off. And why are you going to want to do this? Well, if you're sitting there at a conference, are you really going to be using this? Probably not. It's really simple. It'll save your battery. It won't suck it up as much. And it'll give you those extra precious amount of juice in your phone. So speaking of phones, the second item is to turn off push notifications. For those of you that don't know, push notifications are basically, it's a callback to a server. In this case, if I'm running, for instance, Facebook or Twitter, I can have it update my phone. It'll pop up as a notification on my phone anytime, for instance, somebody sends me a friend request, somebody writes on my wall, somebody tags me in a photo, somebody sends me a tweet, somebody tags me in a tweet, somebody sends me a direct message. This also applies to email. So basically what you want to do is you want to either turn these off or you want to reduce the frequency that your phone is checking, because think about it like this. If I'm at a conference and the place doesn't have really good reception or it's got really poor Wi-Fi and I'm sitting here trying to make push notifications, it's like hitting a wall. You're sending the signal out, it's hitting the wall, and it's not getting through. It's just bouncing right off. And all that's going to do is just drain your battery. It's like, hey, let me call out. Oh, not there. A couple minutes later, oh, let me call out again. So again, you're just going to kill your battery doing that. And if you're, again, on an iPhone, for instance, you basically go into the settings menu, and if you scroll down to the bottom of the settings menu, there are a number of apps here, as you can see. And all of these items have push notifications. If you click, for instance, then into mail, contacts, and calendars, for instance, you can go in, and there's also an option for push as well in there. It says fetch new data, and I have it set to push. And what you're going to want to do with that is, let's go back and fix that. I have mine, for instance, set to manually check. So basically what this means is when I push the button, it checks, as opposed to it constantly calling out to those servers. So that is the second item on how you can improve your battery. While we're talking about phones, another thing you can do is to change the brightness on your phone. Now granted, it may make it a little difficult to see your phone, but again, you got to remember, do I really need it set all the way up? This is about halfway, and it's pretty visible. And again, remember, this is recording from a monitor. So, but you want to turn down your brightness, because here's the thing: your brightness, it also uses battery. So if you've got it all the way up, every time you click that phone to turn it on to check a message, you get a Facebook update or push notification, it also uses battery. So you want to make sure you reduce that, probably about halfway, like I said. Another item you want to also be sure to work with and to turn off are those pesky background applications. Background applications are great, except for the fact that if you have, for instance, on an iPhone, if I open a new app and I open a new app and I keep opening apps, I don't ever close them, and so they're always running. And they are running in the background. And so if you are on an iPhone, here's how you do that. It's really simple. You go to any screen you're on, you double tap the home button, and it pulls up this neat little box at the bottom with different icons. And you can scroll between those. It's really simple. And if you wanted to end something, all you do is hold your finger on it. Let's go back to that. So you hold your finger on an icon, and look what I get. I get these nice little icons that move around. And I can go in, and I can then click the minus button there, and what that does is it closes the app. I will tell you right now, if you close your phone app, it doesn't turn your phone off. It just turns off the application that's running. And if you do get a call or something, your phone will come on and whatnot. So that's the next thing that I highly suggest you work with if you want to maximize your battery. Now, the last item is actually an accessory item. You know, if we're going to a conference, chances are here's what people are going to bring. They're going to bring their good old cable, right? Well, the thing about, for instance, iPhones is that iPhones are very unique in that if you charge with this cable on a laptop, it takes a lot longer to charge because your phone is not getting enough juice. So if you've also got one of those nice USB adapters that Apple sells, they sell a smaller one, by the way. You know, you can just plug your cable in and you can plug this into the wall. Now the benefit to this is that this kind of adapter from Apple charges your phone faster than just having the cable. So there you have it, everybody. Those are 5 battery saving techniques for your smartphone. I'd really like to hear, you know, if I forgot any, what other things you do to save battery. I know you can go buy some additional accessories like a battery pack and stuff like that, but in your current setup, what do you do to save battery? I hope everybody has a great evening, and feel free to subscribe to my channel and also connect with me on Facebook. Thanks a lot. Bye.